Why do we automatically do that?
What was that? What was on that plate?
We're live, but this is Parenthood, so we might as well
sandwich?
put this on here. It absolutely was.
It's definitely open.
Ireland, can you pick up your sandwich?
I mean, it's...
Welcome to Parenthood.
What up? Good thing it's from the beginning.
Look, here's the thing. I could be like, look, I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to not, show you. But look, truth is, with Parenthood, you never get a moment to yourself. By the way, there's 3 cameras going right now, so I'm sorry if I'm not looking at you. I see you. I just don't know who I'm talking to. So, Ireland took her plate and decided to smash it on the floor because she's a diva. So Ryan is currently cleaning that up. But today, on our live chat, we decided we want to talk about parenthood, parenting, and all of the chaos that goes with it. We have 4 kids. We know all about crazy. We don't know how to parent perfectly. Let's just put that out there right now.
Darn sure.
I will say this, it's the same as marriage, that we are not going to sit here and even try to remotely tell you that we know how to parent correctly. I actually joke with people, especially new moms, and they're like, what should I do? And I'm like, don't read blogs about how to be a mom. And I'm a blogger. Because sometimes you can try to compare yourself to other people, and I'm sure we can attest to it, that it's all about trial and error. Whatever works for you, whatever works for your kids, your household. Some parents may spank their kids, some may not, some may have different disciplines. Everybody does things differently, so there's no perfect way. We just want to talk about it and bring light to the fact that ain't nobody got time to do this perfectly. So
ain't nobody going high enough. Is that how the words go?
I don't know. I don't even know that song.
That's old. That's like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, but you're old. So, anywho, let's start.
Hey, hold on. Before we start, can I get a shout out to my Red Sox?
Wow.
Red Sox.
Or just the Patriots, because that's...
Beantown.
I feel like I'm not even in your video, but that's whatever. Hi, Tiffany.
That was the whole point.
Okay, so we have 20 minutes because then my mom's coming. What's happening there? Okay, so here are some of the questions we're going to go down that some people had put on. And some of them are questions and some of them are just things that they want to talk about, which I love. So I'm going to go with, I think it's Kara. Hers was 2-year-old tantrums. If any of you have a 2-year-old or have children that have passed the 2-year-old tantrums, you know that this is the worst time in your entire life. This is the most trying time, I believe. That and infants, like the first couple weeks of bringing your baby home.
And I like that part. Because the guys, they don't have to do anything.
I was just
like, here, honey, feed.
I was just going to say, that's got to be why you think it, because that's almost...
Get on the nipple.
Oh, my God. There's no filter for him, folks. I'm sorry for that. Okay, 2-year-old tantrums. We joke all the time that Ireland is a diva, and that right now she runs our house, and we all know that. She even knows it, and I think that's why it keeps going on. I have no real advice for this. I've raised 2 boys that are past the 2-year-old tantrums, and now they're in the 9 and 6-year-old tantrum stage. So it's just different tantrums at different ages.
Hey, let me hit the like button. If it's not 2, it's at 3 that they hit those tantrums. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see where people have it real quick. This will be interesting to see.
Because some people I've heard don't have 2-year-old tantrums. They do have the 3-year-olds. So you're either like you're getting it early or you're getting it later.
All right. So we got
a couple of 3-year-olds.
All right. If you have it at the 4-year-old stage,
worse than the 2 or 3-year-olds.
Hit the like button now.
If every day is just a tantrum, hit the like button. Okay. So a couple things that I found with Ireland that a perfect example is last night. So
hey, Angie.
Hey, everybody.
Hello,
hi, everybody. Okay, so last night Ireland was having a meltdown. It was over goldfish because goldfish truly are the thing for kids. She couldn't have goldfish, and she wanted me to go downstairs, and I refused to go downstairs to get her goldfish. So she stood outside of our room screaming as if she was possessed by Satan himself. And I went out and I found that you can't read the comments while we're talking.
Sorry, my cousin Brandon just said, what about 27-year-old tantrums? I love that.
I'm telling you. So, hey Jackie. So anyways, I went out in the hallway and I found that, you know how sometimes they go, okay, count to 3 and then you need to calm down. I have found with Ireland that the longer I count, the calmer she gets. So I don't stop at 3. I just keep going because I find that it's really weird to say, but like almost it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the tone in my voice becomes more evened out the further I get into counting. So it kind of calms her down and my phone is falling.
Sometimes I wonder how far she's going to count to.
Yeah, so like I'm at like 105 and he's like, honey, it's time to go to bed.
Because dads, we get to 3. 3, you get till 3. Okay, maybe like 3.5. Because let's be real, we all do the 2.5.
2 3/4.
2 3/4.
Don't make me get to 3.
Because you really don't want to get to 3.
You don't want to get to 3. And then you're like, I'm going to start again to give you another try. But no, in all honesty, I found that kind of calms her down and she stops crying. Don't you love that when the phone just drops?
So
I counted to 25. 25 was the highest I counted, and I'm like, I did count to 20.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. But then I stopped and I was like, clearly she's not getting the point.
That's because she's just like,
yeah,
this lady's nuts. How high are you gonna count till I'm done?
Yeah, and then she makes me go down and get it.
Maybe that's what we should do
in
marriage. I'm just gonna start counting to like 106.
When we're fighting, just count, and I'll be like, I get it. Okay, 2. So Brianna says, any tips for new moms? I'm about to have a baby. First off, congratulations. I hope you have a baby today because I'm sure you're at that point where you want to take it out of your own body because you're about done being pregnant. Okay, it goes back to the same thing. I could give you advice on how I've raised kids, but how I raise kids is not going to be the same as how you raise kids, and it shouldn't be. You need to find what works for you. You need to find a groove that you get into. And again, if you constantly try to compare yourself to other moms, especially moms on social media, you will always let yourself down. And it's really sad, but I was talking to a young mom the other day and I said, I'm so glad that I raised my first 2 in a time where social media wasn't big because I never had to compete with these like perfect moms. And I think that more people should talk about it, that look, it's not all rainbows and sunshines. I yell at my kids a lot. We talk about it.
When the camera's not on, she's like the poltergeist. Let's be real.
That's so sweet of you.
Her head, like in Beetlejuice, it spins 360.
Yeah, except for right now I have a pinched nerve. But my point is, you know, Ryan's way more laid back than I am. Now, he is the disciplinarian. He's the one that usually comes in, and it drives me nuts, though.
Disciplinarian. I like that. It's almost like I should have a position in the school.
I know. You do in our family. Anyways, but let me take that off. But anyways, I feel like when he comes into the situation, the boys kind of know, like, oh, crap, Dad's here. Like, things are going to get done. What was I just saying? Tips for new moms. Oh, but we had to find out, like, for ourselves, like, what works and what doesn't. I personally, it's not a bad thing. I think I was raised good, but I was spanked as a kid. So I always said I was never going to spank my kids. Do I regret that now? Yeah, because my kids turn into be little shizits sometimes. I was trying to watch your eyes.
You were actually censoring your mouth?
I know, I was trying.
Coming from the girl who's like, coffee and cuss words. But I'm going to say shiznit.
I was trying. My point is that I said I didn't want to, but to be honest with you, raising boys, I'm not saying, to raise, proper young boys, you got to beat the crap out of them. No, but I do think that sometimes verbally beating the crap out of your kids is just as bad as taking your palm of your hand and just swiping their butt. My dad spanked me, and I swear to God I never wanted to do it again after he did that. So sometimes I wish I brought it back old school a little bit. Ireland's calling us. What would you like?
Okay, hold on, baby.
What's wrong?
So I think somebody said it, and I think consistency is right. I think once you get in a routine is crucial, because if you go put the kids to bed at 9 p.m. one night, 10 p.m. another night, and you're all over the place when you do it, then they feel like, okay, well, I'm going to take advantage of whatever it is because you did it this night. You didn't do it this night, so I'm going to go for the best I can possibly get. But if they know every single night 8 p.m. is bedtime, then 8 p.m. is bedtime. That's just all there is to it. And, you can reward them on the weekends and stuff to be able to stay up a little bit later. But you got to stay consistent, and you cannot waver in the way that you discipline. If you're full of empty threats,
that's my problem.
yeah.
I'll be the first to admit it.
Well,
I'm always like, I'm gonna take your Pokemon. Which, by the way, what the heck is up with Pokemon? That's a whole different live chat. But
Pokemon was
I know,
a thing
but
when you were wearing Jinkos.
That's good. I like how you slid that in there. You're a jerk. So what I'm saying is, I'll always be like, oh, I'm gonna take the PlayStation. I'm gonna just take the whole dang TV right off your wall. But then because I don't want to do it, and then I feel bad, I'm like, okay, well, next time you do it. Well, now my kids know, well, mom's not going to do anything. And I think that that's where we're struggling right now is that, you know, my kids are not dumb. They're getting that age where they're like, okay, I'm on to her. And now I can't kind of go back on my word because what am I going to do? Go in there and like beat them?
Hey,
no.
Jessica does have a point though. You can't hate because it makes them get along.
No,
and
I know.
It does keep them quiet.
I agree with you.
What I do is because I have spanked my children. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
I've done it too.
But I always feel like a piece of crap afterwards. So I'm like, and they keep doing the same thing over and over. So obviously it doesn't work. And by the way, if you try to spank a toddler who's wearing a diaper, you feel like an idiot because you just get the air that comes out when you hit it. And it's like, and it's like, oh yeah, it didn't hurt, whatever.
Until you get her thick thigh, and then you feel like a horrible. You should see Ryan when Ryan tries to spank Ireland. Like this man like breaks down like a sad child. Like he can't believe he just did it. I'm like, this is why she runs her house because she just has to look at you.
Well, what I've learned now is sometimes, and I'm coming to realize the spanking doesn't really work.
Yes.
The yelling and screaming doesn't work. That's just beating them up character-wise.
And it demoralizes them.
Yeah, they don't feel important. So now what I do is remember if you played a sport or if you're in PE, either one, they're doing push-ups, they're doing jumping jacks, or they put their back up against the wall and they got to squat in that sitting position.
By the way, my kids hate doing this. But then Jonah tries to show up Ryan.
But let me just tell you though, you get them in that sitting squat position against the wall with their hands up. If someone's trying to not tell you the truth, you'd be surprised. You get to the counting to 5 when they're on that wall and the truth. Oh, he did it. I'm just saying. I mean, it works, and they get a workout. So I mean, enough of the junk food. You get it out. It's like win-win.
Keep our kids active. Let's see. Time out. Take away the TV. Yes. So those are things that we're doing. We're working on trying to figure out what's best. Because I'll tell you what, I want to get it now when he's 9. Because I sure as heck am not going to deal with some like out of control teenager that talks back and doesn't listen to me. That's not going to happen.
Or that moment when every boy gets to the height when they see eye to eye with dad and they're like, man, I could take you, dad. And you're like, come on, son, let me show you that old man strength.
Let's see. Have you ever had problems with your boys while they were at school, and how did you handle this? Asking because we are encountering behavior problems. So this is a weird one for me, only because luckily our kids are, honest to God, we get praises over our kids at school. It's when our kids come home that for some reason they walk in the door and I literally have to ask my teachers, like, are we talking about the same child? Because they beat the living crap out of each other here. Like we know that our kids have gotten to that, like, it's not playing when it gets oddly quiet. Like they'll be in the same room and we know they're wrestling, but then it's like this.
It's like almost like they've duct taped their mouths to see how hard they can punch each other
without anybody hearing it.
Yeah, because they know once it's heard, they're gonna hear those footsteps.
So
someone's gonna get slammed.
So I fortunately haven't had to deal with anything at school. Now I hope that continues, or else I will probably harm my child. But no, ours is only at home, and I will get it from everybody. They're so wonderful when they're here, and I'm like,
are we talking about the same?
I know, I'm like,
kid?
Then what am I doing wrong that my kid doesn't do it at home?
I just try to rent them out. Like, hey, if they're that good for y'all, just keep them a little bit longer.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Jessica, keep them a little bit longer.
Hey.
Let's see. Bedtime tantrums. It's a fight every night. We have a routine that has been in place, but lately 3-year-old throws a fit and delays bedtime. She needs this and that. Okay, so the ongoing joke in our home, which you guys all know, is that Ireland is the third wheel in our bed. We just had this talk the other night about how we need to have a plan of attack to get her out and into her own room.
Because don't get me wrong, growing up in college, 2 women in my bed was a goal. But now,
do you know that our parents see this stuff?
Oh.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Nana.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, just kidding.
Yeah. And I need to censor myself.
That's awkward. Okay, but what I was really going to say is now it's gotten to the point where that's happening, and it's completely taken away from the one.
Yeah.
The one.
The me. For the boys are really good about, we usually try to send them up. We all kind of go upstairs together. So whether we're in our room watching a TV show and then they go to sleep, or they go upstairs and they watch their show. But we usually have a pretty strict bedtime. As far as Ireland's really not good about bed. And I'm the first to admit that she stays up till so first we used to give her my phone and she could play my phone and I was watching TV shows. So then we read this study about how the telephone is not good. The telephone. Did I just say the telephone? The telephone is not good for the kid's eyes. So I took the phone and now she watches shows. But now when I go to try to turn the shows off, she freaks out. So I find that she's staying awake kind of a little bit later than she needs to.
Kind of?
She is.
A little bit later?
She is. But Connor goes to bed. Connor's good about going to bed. He wants to kind of be held a little bit. But other than that, he's really good. The 2 boys are on point. It's Ireland. And I think that once we kind of get on track about how to get her in her own room, then we could start doing the process of, okay, we're going to take a bath. We're going to brush our teeth. We can read a book. Now it's time to go to bed. And I know that with the boys, that's what we did. And that's kind of how we kept up with them having such a good routine for going to bed. So we just need to incorporate it with Ireland.
I like this one. Melissa. Hi, Melissa, by the way. I've known Melissa since elementary school, by the way, folks.
That's awesome.
But what I wanted to say is she wrote that for discipline, they made, when they got in trouble, go up and down the stairs with dumbbells. I love that. Because now
I would totally weak out after one.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use that. Thank you for contributing that because that is perfection.
Let's see. How do you do obedience in your home as far as the kids not being obedient or listening? Getting my kids to respond right away quickly. Maybe that's just not possible. We've done it now. I always come back and I tell them, if you were in school and your teacher asked you a question, would you respond to her? Would you give her the respect of saying something to her? If you would do that with your teacher or you would do that with your friends' mothers, I deserve the same respect. I may be your mom, but I'm still a human being, and you deserve to talk to me the same way that you talk to these people. So when I kind of get on that level, I think they understand it. It's something that we're still working on, especially with Jonah. I love Jonah, but that one likes to test my patience.
Yeah, it's funny. There's always, if you've got 2 kids or more, there's always one that will completely irritate one parent, and then there's another one that will completely irritate the other parent.
But that's because Jonah is just like Ryan.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Ireland does nap during the day, maybe once, but she's pushing it back, and sometimes now she's trying to fall asleep at 5. Which is the problem, is if she's falling asleep at 5, of course she wants to stay up until all hours of the night. Let's see. How do you deal with not yelling or raising your voice when trying to get attention?
We don't.
We don't. We do yell.
We don't. We do yell.
At the top of our lungs.
Look,
right out
listen,
them.
I'll admit we're not perfect parents, and if there is one quality that we could change, it would be yelling at our children.
We actually have this talk probably twice a week.
Guaranteed.
About how
Guaranteed.
What book can we read? What can we listen to? How can we fix the way we talk to our kids? And one thing that we realized, and we still need to do it, is we realized that because our work, Ryan, especially with real estate and me with blogging, our work is usually from our phone. So we're always on our phone, which is awful to begin with. My kids should never, this is not how my kids should see me. Because I'm on my phone a lot and I'm so engulfed in what I'm doing that sometimes either I don't hear what they're asking me or I'm trying to get my thought out. So I'm like, give me just a second. And then I'm in it. Well, they're a kid. They don't care about just a second. So they're going to ask me again. So then now I'm aggravated. So I'm like, what? What do you want? And I think that again goes back to how we talk to them. I don't want to ever belittle my child, and I don't want them to feel like they're less than important or less than what I'm doing. And so Ryan and I talked about how at certain hours of the day, I need to put my phone down and turn it off. And
You do that Derek Jeter strategy.
What's that?
So we all know, by the way, I hate the Yankees. Let me just put that disclosure out there, obviously. But Alex Rodriguez, if for anybody who knows, was always in the tabloids, controversy, doing this, getting caught doing that. But you never heard anything about Derek Jeter. Ever hear anything about Derek Jeter. And the reason is I read a story that when you went to Derek Jeter's house, you had every single person, including family, had to take their phone and put it in a basket right by the front door. Nobody was allowed to bring a cell phone into his house. So that's why you never heard anything. There weren't any opportunities for him to get caught doing anything. So in a sense, come 5:30, phones go in the basket until they go to bed at 8 o'clock. And I mean, let's be real. You probably get enough of us as it is already. It's not like you haven't seen her face 37 times before that.
And you're probably like, Christina, shut your dang phone off. I'm like, I get it.
It's like Target and wine.
Wow.
Wine, Target.
Which goes to my next question. It says, what do you do when you've reached that, quote, I'm about to snap moment? Drink, question mark, walk away? That's from Rebecca. Okay, so I wish, honestly, sometimes, yes, a glass of wine helps you decompress. Absolutely. I usually have one glass of wine at 5 o'clock when I'm cooking my dinner. So I obviously, like most functioning individuals, have to find something to kind of keep my stress down. I will usually walk away and give myself a timeout. If I get extremely overwhelmed, which I do, you guys, if you've read my blog, I've had anxiety, I've had depression. I have to find ways to kind of calm myself down or I'll explode. If Ryan's home, I look at him.
Ryan's a former alcoholic. Ryan's not chugging wine. Yeah, so I just got to go pure on, calm down.
Yeah. So, but if Ryan's home, I always say, hey, I need a second. And I'll go upstairs and I'll cry, I'll scream, I'll slam a door. I'll do whatever I need to do, but I just need to get myself out of the situation because first off, yes, my kids may be frustrating me, but I really don't, what's the way I'm trying to say this? Like, I don't want them to see how much they're frustrating me because then it's like, one, again, it makes them feel less than, but two, I almost makes it feel like it empowers them. Like, oh, look, we broke her down. Like, I know it's really sad, but like.
Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah, and so I don't want that. So I go upstairs and I take 10 minutes. I don't care if I lock myself in a bathroom. And once I feel like I can breathe again and I get over my anxiety, then I come back down and I handle business. There's times Ryan's a lot. I hate giving him compliments, but like he can take a lot more stress than I can. And it's really cool that we kind of like mellow each other out. Like if I can tell that he's about to snap, like I'll kind of be that person where it's like, pull your crap together, Christina. Like you got to take over the ship because it's being attacked by pirates. Like let's handle this. And then
toe biters.
Yeah, like vice versa. So if I see him kind of, okay, I'm about to explode, then I take over, and then we kind of go back and forth doing that. So I wish I could take a bottle of wine to the face sometimes. It probably calm me down, but that's not, I don't have that ability. I don't have that ability.
I don't, because, well, the house might get burnt down then.
Yeah, there would be some problems.
Again, Boston, Irish, don't drink like a gentleman. Yeah, no. All those red beard, I mean, it's just.
We'll work on it. Okay, let's see. How do you handle timeouts, disciplines, 2-year-old tampons?
Now that's funky.
2-year-old tantrums.
Funky.
Wow.
2-year-old
tampons. Well, if you have a 2-year-old tampon, you should probably go to the doctor. That's what you should do. No, that's disgusting to think about.
Yeah.
So we've tried timeout.
Well, we still use timeout.
Yeah, we put them in the other room. Sometimes
now, timeout's a good time to do the wall sits. When you do timeouts, do the wall sits.
Yeah, exactly. Discipline. We've tried spanking. We've tried taking things away. But it all goes back to the very beginning with consistency. I either need to consistently spank you when I tell you that you get 3 shots and then you get spanked. Or I need to consistently take away your games or your television if I tell you that's what I'm going to do. But if I'm not being consistent, I can't expect my kids to look at me and be like, oh, well, this time you're going to take my TV, but last time I did it, nothing happened.
Hey, I want to interrupt for a minute because our full life just made a comment that is perfect for you. The comment says basically it says, I feel like I spend so much time cleaning. How do you do it?
Well, it says your house is beautiful and seems so clean. Thank you for that.
I don't,
Smoke and mirrors.
I don't like to. I don't like. I'm
but
too humble to say that out loud.
Because it goes with what she's saying. Truth is, actually, let me just show you the truth. Hold on. You can take that one. Let me just show you, since you think my house is clean all the time. This is junk. This is Ireland. Hold on.
See all the toys?
This is when Ireland doesn't put anything where it's supposed to go. Hi. I can stash something so quick. You have no idea. Like, I have hiding spots for so many things. So, in a picture, this comes back to it, okay? Let's talk about reality. In a picture, I can make anything look pretty, okay? So, it's the same thing with parenting. It's the same thing with marriage. It comes back to everything that we are doing these chats for. Do not base your house, your marriage, your way of parenting on what you see on social media. It is not always reality. Everything can be staged. Everything can be filtered. Everything can be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Everything fake.
Fake.
So Christina, it's a blessing and a curse to be married to a woman that has a touch of OCD.
Yeah.
So she is a clean freak, thank God, and I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
But the other side of it is she goes behind the kids all the time and picks up when they drop something. Picks up, clean, pick up, clean, pick up. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like, they're going to keep messing it up. Yep. They're kids. They're toys. It's what they do. They should want to play with that stuff. It creates and lets their brain be stimulated to think more and to learn. So at the end of the day, let's pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, let that pile sit, because the moment you clean that thing up is the moment that they go right back over and dump the whole thing on the floor, and you're like, mother.
And that's Ireland. She does it on purpose.
No
I will
doubt.
Purposely clean something up, like all of the small toys, and I kid you not, she will come up right behind me and be like, watch. And then I have to go take my time out.
Yeah, here's another good one. What is it? What's the name?
Which one?
BBaxi.
BBaxi.
How do you guys feel about electronics? TV for the kids? ? Go ahead. I'll let you take this one.
Okay. So our boys, when it's nice out, I try to get the boys outside as much as possible. Do they watch TV? Yes, they do. I regulate what they watch because I wrote a blog on it. I just told Ryan about this the other day. I don't know if any of you read the blog about the music video that they had on Teen Nick, which I don't care if it's Teen Nick or not. The fact that they had
teen
this,
porn.
That's what it was. The fact that they had this music video on, pissed me off so much that I wrote a letter to them saying you shouldn't have this on the station. The kids are not allowed to watch that. We always have to say, well, what TV show are you watching? We regulate movies, nothing over PG. And I don't care if that makes my kid really sheltered. At least my kid won't be going out doing dumb crap.
Look, if they're going to learn something, I want them to learn it from me.
Yeah.
And yes, I can actually be very correct.
Yeah.
And not use this filter with my kids, because if we're going to have talks about sex, if we're going to have talks about bullying, if we're going to have talks about anything that has to do with that, you're not learning it from Nickelodeon. You're not going to learn it from Disney. You're not going to learn it from, what is that movie series called, Joe? Wish you had more. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or whatever it is. That's not where you're going to learn it. You're going to learn it from Dad, because I'm going to tell you the right and wrong, and Mom, us, of how it's going to go down. So that way you know the difference between right or wrong, and you know the difference if somebody's trying to fool you, deceive you, take advantage of you. It's not going to happen. You're going to know your morals, and you're going to know what you stand for, and that starts here, not on Team Nick.
Yeah. So.
Boom!
Wow. What was that?
I don't know. Got fired up for a minute.
So, I would just say, make sure you're regulating it. I go in, I ask questions. If I don't like it, I'm sorry if you don't like it, but I'm going to turn it off, and that's that. I'm your mom, and I don't care. You don't have to like my decision all the time.
My kid's not going to get a phone until they're probably 12 to 13 years old.
Now, that new watch where I could find them, they might get that soon. So
drop the mic.
But listen,
hold on.
What?
I want to go back to a comment that I saw. It was something that said, "Good for you, Ryan. It's less pressure for Christina on the cleaning thing." So this is the way. It's not all marriages are like this. Our marriage didn't start like this, and we actually had a long talk about relationships, marriage expectations. Yesterday it was an amazing talk, and so there should never be an expectation for one person to clean a house. It should just be thanked. It should just be, hey, that was done. That's awesome. And it shouldn't. Now, one person might be out of the house working. One person might be in the house more. So they have more of an opportunity to do it, while the other person has more opportunity to earn money, to pay the bills. But the reason I like at the end of the day is because we both clean. We're both home. Yeah. We both can pick up. It goes 10 times faster. And when that happens, there's nobody looking at the other person like, why didn't you do that? Or why am I doing this? Or why? It just opens up too much opportunity for fights, arguments, and just putting in stuff into a marriage that has nothing to do and no place being there. Because at the end of the day, you're tired. You want to go to sleep, or you want to eat. Your kids have already worn you out. And your patience level is about this big. So it's better to put that stuff towards the end of the day, because both people are contributing to that side of it. So when that happens, and she's like nudging me on my knee, hurry up, Ryan. No, I like to talk.
It's a good talk.
See, I'm gonna call her out. Anyways, have those expectations, but you got to set it with the person. You got to be nice when you explain it. Hey,
oh my God, Paul's their mama too. I know, trust me, that's hard for a lot of women. She said it's hard because my husband grew up with a mom who did everything. Look, we all need to go into our marriage telling our husband, I appreciate doing these things for you, but I am not your mother. I am your wife, and I don't have to do these things. I choose to do these things. I don't have to vacuum the house. I don't have to do the laundry. Do your own dang laundry. But if I want to do that and it makes me feel better about doing that, then it should be something that they are appreciative that's happening. But no, I tell him all the time, I'm not your mom. It's not a disrespectful thing. He's got a wonderful mother, but I'm your wife, and she is your mother, and I don't ever want you to look at me like your mother. I want you to look at me like your wife. So for those women that have that, that's one of those things. I'm sorry if that happens to you, but also too, we kind of need to go in and make it that, look, here's the boundary that I'm not willing to cross. Like, I want to do these things, but I don't need you to demand me to do these things, if that makes sense. I hope that didn't come off harsh. Did it?
No.
Usually does it.
Look, it's about just setting the expectations.
So
it is. When you guys have a raw, honest conversation and both people are on the same page, then there's no way to interpret it a different way. There's no way to hear it a different way.
So he does. Oh, good for him.
I'll just read that.
Okay. So, anyways, we're gonna wrap this up only because I know that if we could sit here and probably talk to you for about an hour, actually. But
real quick, because we're on a couple different platforms right here. For anybody that is on Instagram, and you are following me and not Christina, or Christina and not me, my handle is at Boyce_757, and Christina's is _Christina Boyce. Right. So crossover, follow us both, and we also have a Facebook page. Feel free to go over. Right now we're on our personal page, which honestly there's really no difference between our business and our personal. We just try to be real. So the personal Facebook page is Ryan and Christina Boyce, which is on right now. And if you're on Facebook, go over to Instagram and friend us. We'd love to see you on all those platforms.
Yes. So next week, we'll try to figure out a topic to talk about. If you think of one that's really fun, write us. Let us know. We love talking about it. We love hearing your comments. I love interacting with you. I'm sure he does too, but I like to talk for myself. But anyways, I'm going to go try not to clean my house.
Hey, Patriots.
Oh, my God. But anyways, thanks for joining us. Check back next week. We'll have something fun to talk about.
See you later, guys.
Bye. I'm turning off the live chat, singing a song because it's still on.
Oh, this bonus.
Bonus.
It's like when the credits are rolling and then you get the little video clip afterwards.
Who's